Okay, so we're also going to talk about overhand digging. We don't want to spend a ton of time on that, especially with young players who don't feel like they're strong enough to do that. But when we're talking about defense, you got to have the skill to dig overhand. Especially if you're a libero, you're going to be back in this left back, or you're going to be right back, and they're going to be hitting balls at a close range, and you're not going to have time to react and get back up. You're going to have to play over your hand. So the way that we like to teach this is we want to get back in that go posture. And the important part of this is that if the ball hits to the side, we want to get our center as close to the ball as possible, but the ball is going to be this high. That doesn't mean we want to jump up like this and try to get our center to it. It means we want to move and get in front of it as best we can. And that's as good as we can do sometimes. And then we want to play that ball. So that's one part that's important. If the ball's hit right at us, then it's good because our center is as close as we can get it. Maybe we want to back up or we don't have time. If it's to the side, we're going to shuffle and get in that position. So that's one part that's important. We don't want to lose that. The next part is that we want to make sure that we keep our shoulders forward and we get them forward to the ball and we somewhat attack it with our shoulders and bringing them forward. So let's watch Michelle dig. Throw them pretty hard. A little bit higher, Laura, if you can. You'll see how they bring their shoulders forward, or they keep their shoulders forward as they're digging this. Very good on that. A lot of athletes, when it comes at them, they want to go like this. And what ends up happening a lot of times when they do that is this, and the ball goes back. We want to go attack this, attack that ball. So let's watch a couple more. Good, really good. And the other thing is this, is we don't want to set it. We just want to slap it and get it high and direct that ball high up in the air. So I'm going to hit a couple real hard ones at them. And these ones were easy. Like this one right here, Ward can set. We're going to hit it hard at you, so you have to slap at it a little bit, okay? Good, you see, she keeps her shoulders forward. You just got to slap at it and get your hands on. Good, let's get that ball higher though. Good. Good, all you have time. One more real hard at you. You ready? Oops, sorry. Good, so all we're able to do is slap at it. Now, do the same thing. I'm going to move you a little bit side to side, and you shuffle. The ball's out, good. You shuffle and dig it. So here we go. Good. And again, we want to move our center of the ball first and dig it. Center of the ball first and dig it. Again, I don't want to spend a ton of time on overhand, but this is how we like to teach overhand digging. It's pretty simple. All the stuff, the movement's the same. Everything else is the same, except for the two things we talked about. You keep the shoulders forward, and then you just basically slap the ball up in the air. Remember, there's no double contacts on first contacts. You're allowed to do that. So if your hands aren't perfect and it has tons of spin, doesn't matter. The problem is if you catch the ball and hang on to it and throw it up and try to set it, you get called for a lift, but you can't get called for a double. So something like this, where it's just erratic and wild, is better than trying to catch that ball and set it a lot of times.